people with the why of challenge, what I have found are either wildly successful when they finally lean into it and become who they are, or they can be, just almost a shell of who they really are because they're trying to hold themselves back and they're trying to fit in. And so it's so important to know this about yourself and live into it. How did you gain the courage? What gave you the courage to be the Rosie that you are?
I think it's a lot of hard work, in all honesty. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when I was a junior in high school, I hit a wicked rough patch, and I was thankful enough that my parents are, leaned in enough and had the resources and put me in therapy. So I've done therapy off and on. I think then in my early 20s, I just started getting involved in various, I don't like calling it self-help, but finding ways to, like, learn about myself, look at myself differently. I started getting involved in self development programs, started getting involved in coaching. Gosh, I've been in the coaching world since like 2004. God, I'm going on 20 years now. So I just think it's like the more that I worked on myself and started to realize that like there's not something wrong with me and that the crap that happened to me in childhood didn't have to define me and that the people that maybe rejected me here, like I'm not that person anymore and stuff. And so it took a lot of deep inner work, and I think it's ongoing. I mean, we're all working on ourselves, but I think it was just starting to go, I feel like I have something to offer, and it's not in an egomaniac way. That's where the contribute comes in. I feel like I have something to offer, and I have to stop trying to be like other people. And I just need to figure out who I am and let myself be me. And I will tell you that when that shift happened, I can't say there was one day, it was like a slow evolution. But the more and more I started to say, I'm going to be me, it was like peace and freedom and calm. And when I get away from that and try to be someone other than me, I'm stressed, I'm crabby, I'm irritable, I'm frantic. It's just night and day.
Well, isn't that it's when it's all about you get to live into your zone of genius, right? I think
Mhm.
at Salveo Partners, what you're doing is you're daily challenging the status quo. You're daily finding better ways for leaders to lead, and you're daily contributing to the success of those leaders that you work with. And it's the same, right? If you can do that every single day, it's not work, is it?
Mm-mm. No, I love it. Like, I feel like I mean, there are some times where there's some work aspects, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's like I get to play and I get to, because it's just like this matters. And I think there is something to be said when you figure out where your genius is, when you figure out where you can shine. And they say, you won't work a day in your life. I think you do work some, but it's just, yeah, it's so energizing. It's more of managing, like, this is where you have to manage the contribute, not overcommitting and being mindful about capacity and stuff so that I can still show up and do that. And that's the key.